Yo, what's up, NBA fans out there? The NBA Today Christmas Special. What's up, everybody? NBA Trade Rumors is back once again. The one and only Mark Spencer is back on the microphone. Actually, no microphone today. Actually, using the camera. We're using technology. We're using something that's productive and something interesting. So, welcome back, folks. It's good to be back. I mean, I've watched a lot of National Basketball Association. No National Hockey League, folks. It looks like the league has canceled games to January 14th. But I heard from a good source that they're going to talk this weekend, and we might get something going for January. The season probably will start. It'll be a shortened season, just like in 1995, when they shortened the season to 48 games. So it's looking more and more like they'll get a deal done by January 2nd or the 4th. So 2nd is probably the deadline. And to save the season, I guarantee you Donald Field will come through, and Gary Bettman will have a press conference and saying that the league and the players have come to an agreement. January 2nd. So watch for that press conference in 2013. That's what I'm hearing, and I hope and pray we get some hockey. I'm missing it, but the World Juniors should be good, so enjoy it, folks. So let's get down to the National Basketball Association, folks. How about these teams? I mean, look at the Los Angeles Lakers. One team that's struggling majorly without Steve Nash, but looks like he's going to be playing the Christmas Day game against New York Knicks. So I think that's going to be a positive. When I look at Steve Nash, and I look at the Lakers, they are the LA Nightmare. Or the Los Angeles, or the LA Confidential. There was a movie called the LA Confidential. Never mind LA Law and all these other stories they have in Hollywood and soap operas and this and that and whatever. But I mean, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard. it's an amazing story. Pau Gasol. I mean, world be peace. I mean, meta world peace. Formerly Ron Artest. I mean, the story just continues to get interesting in the home of the stars. And when we're talking about the Lakers, it's always a story of their own. And when you have the Clippers dominating the National Basketball Association, they are one of the best teams in the West. They're one of the best teams in the league, right behind the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder are the best team in the league. I can't believe how many wins they got. They got close to 20-something wins. I think about 5 losses or 6 losses. I mean, they lost recently yesterday in a tough game. I mean, no doubt, a tough game to the Timberwolves. But man, I mean, the teams are getting better. I mean, the skill, the belief, I don't know how to say it. I mean, the league has gotten really competitive over the last 5 years, and when you're looking at teams like the Timberwolves, when you're looking at teams like the Bobcats, I mean, it was the worst team in NBA history last year, turning things around. I mean, they're still losing games, but they're going to play you hard to the end. The Milwaukee Bucks, you know, after making a huge deal last spring, I think in February, when they acquired Monte Ellis and Epe Udo for Andrew Bogut, Warriors acquiring him. He's still hurt. He should be back in the lineup soon. So, I mean, the Warriors have been playing awesome ball this year. I mean, they're one of the best teams out of the Pacific Division. They're in the playoff spot. I mean, Stephen Curry is just playing as good as he played when he was in college ball. You know, playing for, I think it was North Carolina State. So, I mean, he's an excellent talent. He's one of the greatest players, son of Del Curry. I mean, the Curry families just know how to cook the curry. You know, they make shots. They're clutch performers, and you just seen it. And Carl Landry, he's been playing great for them, coming off the bench, just dominating, playing the way we all know Carl could play. You know, I remember when he first came into the league with the Sacramento Kings, I knew he was going to be a great player, and he's really shown this year. He's really shown that he knows what he's doing. He goes out there, he works hard, he shows that he loves the game, and that's what it's all about. You got to go out there, play hard, and do what you can do. And, you know, that's why the Golden State Warriors are as good as they are this year. They're playing a team game. I mean, Mark Jackson got some playing the system. And when you have a system as a coach, and your players are buying into that system, I mean, there's nothing like winning everything starts to roll together. Just look at the New York Knicks. I mean, they're dominating in the Atlantic Division. Never mind the Eastern Conference. They have really been a powerhouse. You have Jason Kidd coming in there, Rasheed Wallace. You got Kurt Thomas, Marcus Camby. I mean, and you add it to your Tyson Chandler, Raymond Felton having an awesome year. What a chemistry him and Chandler have. I mean, Melo. I mean, J.R. Smith coming off the bench, knocking down clutch shots, getting 20 points plus per game. Mike Woodson got playing some of the best basketball I've seen in the last 15, 20 years. I mean, I'm watching basketball for a long time, but man, they're playing some awesome ball. They're really looking like the New York Knicks from 1994 when they got to the NBA Finals against the Houston Rockets and got swept. So, no, actually, I don't think they got to the finals here. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were one of the best teams in '94, and they're looking like it again, man. I mean, Carmelo Anthony is really giving this team hope and belief. I mean, sometimes you got to have some hope and belief in this game, and if you don't have it, I mean, you're never going to make it. I mean, it's such a tough league to play in. And if you're not going for it, I mean, most times who's to say, You gotta have some luck on your side, and you're seeing with this team, they have luck, and they're playing a team game. They're playing defense. That's why the Raptors have turned it around. They have one of the worst starts to a season in team history. They're gonna lose probably 25 games before the All-Star break. So they're starting to win a few games. Calderon's just lighting it up. Triple-double, career high. I mean, averaging 17. Got 17 assists last game. Ed Davis starting to step his game up. Valanciunas, the new young Lithuanian player, he's starting to get his game going. I think Dwayne Casey, after the losing streak, had a talk with the players. I said, hey, we got to turn it around, guys. And I think Brian Colangelo, the general manager, over a few media squabblings, I saw on Sportsnet and some other networks around the world, NBA TV and stuff, talking about the Raptors. There's been talk that the Raptors are going to try to move Calderon and Bargnani, but maybe it might not happen now. I mean, the Lakers are desperately in need of a Calderon. So is a Bargnani, a guy that can create a shot, can hit three-point shots, can play that type of style that Mike D'Antoni in Los Angeles loves to play. And Calderon and Bargnani are the perfect pieces to play in that system. So we'll see. Or even Amari Stoudemire in New York. I mean, Amari's just coming back. He just got assigned to the Lake Erie, I think, Clams or whatever, of the National Development League and minor leagues in the NBA. So he's just coming off a serious knee surgery. So I think Amari coming off the bench for the Knicks could be a key, but he's going to need to start. He'll probably start off coming off the bench, and then they'll get him to the starting line because Amari Stoudemire is one of the game's biggest stars. I mean, he makes things happen. He's one of the greatest finishers you'll ever see. And when he played with Steve Nash in Phoenix, and those years under D'Antoni, had his best years ever. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lakers and the Knicks make a deal. Paul Gasol for Amari Stoudemire. I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen maybe close to February. I doubt it, but hearing some people from the NBA and some people I've talked to in the league that you never know. Anything can happen. I mean, that's what I love about trade rumors. I've been hearing talk that Kevin Love could be on the move, but the team don't want to trade him at any cost, even though he says he might not re-sign with them. And I heard from one source that Kevin, he's getting sick of losing. He wants a team that's going to stick together. He's getting sick of the team moving players in and out of the team. He wants to keep a team together. So, they got the pieces there, man. They got Ricky Rubio. They got him. They got Brandon Roy when he gets back and gets healthy. I just heard rumors yesterday that Josh Howard, who recently I heard tore his ACL, he's out for the season. So it looks like they're going to bring in a player. It could be CDR, Chris Douglas Roberts, the former Memphis Tiger from college hoops, or they can bring in Michael Redd, the veteran. But I hear they're going to probably bring in Redd because they do need a three-point option. He's not the greatest defensively, but he's one of the purest three-point shooters in the history of the game, so he'd be a good fit for them. We'll see what happens. Cleveland's looking at maybe signing a free agent. There's some plenty of good free agents out there. You know, tons. Can't go on and on. I think Adam Morrison's out there. Gilbert Arenas. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are available. Some players are in China playing right now. Kenyon Martin's available. I've heard talk the Nuggets were interested. Lakers. Even Miami. Miami's looking for a big man. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to convince him to sign with them. I think that's what they need. You know, Miami, you know, defensively they're okay, but I think when it comes to the playoffs, teams will be able to trap and, you know, stop their big three. And if Ray Allen ain't making shots and Rashard Lewis coming off the bench not doing anything, I think Miami could lose in a 7-game series to a team like the Knicks or even Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Bucks, you know, if even the Raptors, if they get them, but if the Milwaukee Bucks meet the playoffs, I think the Miami Heat would lose to them because of Monty Ellis and Brandon Jennings. These guys can play great, they make clutch shots, and they play pretty good defense. Not the best, but it's just they have guys that are so fast, so quick, and guys like Ilyasova, and they have some good youngs, big men like Sanders. Larry Sanders in the middle, like the big man and shit and stuff, and Henson. I mean, they could really make life for LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Just they could probably stop them and eliminate them in a 7-game series if they don't go make a move by the trade deadline. I hope Pat Riley does do something because that's what I think could happen. So you never know. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, this is the National Basketball Association. Things do happen. Things will happen. And the one thing I think will happen as we get close to January, Michael Beasley, I've heard talk that the Phoenix Suns are looking to move him. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Phoenix is starting to turn it around. Their season started to turn around. I've heard talk of Martin Gortat might get moved. Don't be surprised if he gets moved. I've heard talk the Dallas Mavericks are looking to make some moves. Clippers always looking, listening. Portland Trailblazers look to be making some moves soon, and watch for the Raptors. They're pretty much in the trade machine. They have ESPN, but now they're pretty much going to probably be making some moves. Depends if the team keeps playing good. If they keep playing good, they probably won't make no moves. But if they keep, they might have to make some moves just because they need to, get some cap flexibility or whatever. I heard rumors they're going to probably get Paul Gasol out of Los Angeles. I think he'd be a good fit for the Raptors. As long as they don't trade Calderon, but they probably will. It's just his ability to attack the hoop, score big buckets. When Paul Gasol is healthy and his mind is focused on the game and he's playing relentless, he's an awesome player. But the biggest knock on his career has been he's too soft. And when Kobe Bryant calls you out and says you need to put on your big pants, I mean that's not good as a player. I know he's been battling tendonitis in the knees, but he's still only 32. He's a young guy. I know he's played a lot of basketball over the years. Over the years, he's played in the international circuit, playing in Spain before he came to the association. But Gasol is still a young guy. He's a former Memphis Grizzly. Before they left for Memphis, he got drafted and went to the Memphis Grizzlies. If we still had a team in Vancouver, he would have been a Vancouver Grizzly. But it is what it is. Paul Gasol is one of the nicer basketball players in the association, and I feel that if he does get moved, he'll probably get moved in February, or we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Bargnani. We'll see what happens with Calderon. If they can keep doing what they're doing, playing good, maybe the trade will not happen. Maybe he goes to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love. I've heard rumors of that, and it probably will go down. I've heard rumors of Josh Smith might be on the move. The Lakers are interested, so they can keep Howard long term. So, and Atlanta don't want Paul Gasol, but maybe the Lakers have someone on their team that they might want. So maybe Devin Ebanks or something, something, maybe a trade exception they might get or something. That's what Atlanta needs. They need all the cap flexibility. I've heard rumors that they're going to probably sign Chris Paul and maybe try to sign Dwight Howard. So there's rumors out there. There's Dallas. They're going to try to get Howard in the offseason. The Nets might take another run at him. they'll have to trade Brook Lopez in the summer, probably in the draft, to get the cap space to sign a Dwight Howard. Um, I doubt that's going to happen, man. Brook Lopez is their guy. And the Nets don't look too bad. Even though they lost recently to the Knicks, I mean, they look good. They look like a really good team. Adding Joe Johnson, I mean, this team looks really, really good. I mean, you have Joe Johnson, you have Plastic Manitou and Gerald Wallace, you have Darren Williams. I mean, they look a really good team. And Brooklyn Nets look like a great team. It's like the Brooklyn Dodgers back in the day. And I like what Brooklyn's doing. I mean, the owners, I mean, Jay-Z and Prokhorov have really brought back the fans to the Brooklyn area and given the fans their hope. They have a team. That's one of the more richer parts of New York City, basically, or a suburb of New York City, Brooklyn. It's like one of the biggest names in the world. It's like the Brooklyn Bridge, one of my favorite bridges. So, in the Bronx Zoo, baby. So, hey, you never know. Thanks for watching, folks. It's always special to bring these videos because you, the fans, are why I bring them out. So long, everyone. We'll see you in the future, and Merry Christmas. For NBA Today, or NBA Trade Rumors for December 21st, 2012, Mark Spencer signing out.